We've had an interesting question come through. We've had two interesting questions, but the first of these is from an anonymous viewer who says, how would you recommend that one of us, an osteopath chiropractor, goes about broaching the question or the subject of mental health with someone who doesn't acknowledge it, to us at least? I mean, if one is in the least bit suspicious of their mental health or...
There's a kind of question, what would it be that triggers that kind of feeling in you when you're facing someone? Is it the way they're holding themselves? Is it, and the kind of maybe gateway language you can use, you can talk about tension or stress. I mean, if you see someone holding themselves, I always hold my stress in my shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Funnily enough, a lot of our patients are holding themselves like that.
Exactly. So it's worth you can have a neutral conversation, which is people hold themselves like this for a variety of reasons, and you can have a list that includes stress in that list. And the other kind of gateway conversation piece is sleep. So, stress and sleep are things that we're now much more happy talking about, and they don't have necessarily the same kind of stigmatizing approach. So
no, sleep, a lot of people are quite happy to talk about. Absolutely.
And it may be that when you start talking about those things, if somebody then wants to talk about something that is causing them to have problems sleeping or causing them to have a physical stress response, then that may be the opportunity to talk about that. But you don't want to push people into it, because the more you kind of you'll just kind of the drawbridge will go down. But giving examples and giving
I mean, in the workplace, if you're working with colleagues, it might be that their productivity's dropped, or there's a lot of absenteeism suddenly, this sort of thing. So you could sort of approach it from that angle. You've been off for a little while. Is there a problem? Is there that sort of thing? It's more difficult when you don't know the person in the chiropractic and osteopath.
Yeah, and most of our practices are small, so the number of co-workers that we might have is very few.
Yeah.
But of course, if you notice that one of your fellow practitioners is not up to scratch, or receptionists are
that might be the way in.
That may be a trigger for the question.